Protonivity. Protonivity acts as a multiplier on your weapon's damage versus protonium crystals. For example, Plasma's current protonivity is 184%, so you would multiply that weapon's damage by 1.84 when determining its damage versus protonium crystals. Resistivity. This stat determines how much damage passes through to the chassis cube. Currently, only rails and Tesla blades can damage through functional cubes. If a part has a resistivity of 30%, they will absorb 30% of the damage and the rest will pass through to the chassis cubes they are connected to. Some parts, such as electroplates and tracks, have 100% resistivity. Diminishing returns. Only movement parts have diminishing returns. Any rate of benefits that beyond a certain point fails to increase proportionally with additions. Simply put, the more you have, the less you will get. For example, wheels have a DR that starts at 6 wheels and ends at 12 wheels, which means that each additional wheel after your 6th wheel will yield less stats. After the 12th wheel, they will give you no benefits. It is figured that DR only affects speed. Barrier protection. Every component has barrier protection value. BP is similar to resistivity but only affects plasma damage. BP determines how much of the plasma's burst is absorbed by the component and how much bypasses it and damages the cube behind it. Heal rate. Heal rate is a multiplier that determines how fast or slow a part is healed. A heal rate of 2 means that part will heal twice as fast. A stat of 3 means it will heal 3 times faster. 1 being normal and any number less than 1 being slower. Next, let's cover the HUD, or heads-up display. Let's start with the top of the screen. Here you will find many symbols. Some are more obvious than others, but let's quickly go over each of them. Alright, here's your health bar. The health of your base, I should say, in your opponent's base. Your team will always be blue and your enemy team will always be red. In the middle are symbols that represent position and health of the 4 towers. So the top symbol is the top tower, the bottom symbol is the bottom tower, and etc. Next, we have our shield up icon. This activates your base's shield. It's obtained by owning 1 tower. When you get 2 towers is our clock cycle booster. This grants additional clock cycles you earn. The third symbol is the clock cycle generator. Your team will gain clock cycles over time, obtained by owning 3 towers. And the last symbol is the enemy shield down. When you obtain all 4 towers, well, your enemy shield goes down. Next we have our Protonivity Escalator. This grants your team with additional Protonivity. The more towers you own, the higher this percentage grows. This effect increases as time goes on, capping at 500% at 25 minutes. And here we have our Respawn Escalator. This decreases the time it takes to respawn. The more towers you own, the faster you respawn. And most obvious is our round timer. In classic mode, this timer will be counting down from 10 minutes, and in battle mode, this timer will be counting up. Not so new, but slightly changed is the size of our screen. It shows the names of our players currently in the match, including their health and craft type. On the left side is your team, which is blue. On the right side is your enemy team, which is now red. Next to the name is a symbol that shows the type of craft they are using. Quick overview of the symbols. X is a SMG user, a circle is a plasma user, a cross is a medic, triangle is a rail, a diamond is a scout, which you'll probably never see, and a star is a mega. And the symbols will also come with a line that's either below it or above it. This simply means that if the line is below it, it is a ground unit, and if the line is above it, it is an air unit. And lastly, to the right side on the bottom, we have our map. You can enlarge the map by pressing the M button. You will notice letters and numbers on the top and left side of the map. These can be used to relay coordinates to your team, such as saying A1, help me, I'm in C4, or I have an enemy in J8. These are easy to type and very helpful in pugs. Alright guys, thanks for plugging in. Hope you learned something. This is Consento. Later.